Namaste and hello. This is your Sanskrit instructor welcoming you back into lesson number 72. In the previous lessons, we learned about vowel sandhi in depth. We went over the simple vowels being combined with similar simple vowels. And then later on, we learned about simple vowels being combined with dissimilar simple vowels. In this lesson, we're going to learn about diphthongs combined with any vowel. If you don't remember, diphthongs, as a reminder, include a, I, O, and Au in Sanskrit. Those four letters are diphthongs. Now, way back in lesson number 20 to 24, we had already gone over a vowel sandhi that involves diphthongs. Let's review. We did this. The reason why we learned about this so early is because we were trying to create a new verbal base. We were trying to turn bho into bhav so that we could add our to conjugate to be in the first conjugation. So that's how we ended up with our bhavati, bhavataha, and bhavanti. So as a reminder, when a and o are followed in the same word by any vowel, they are changed respectively to I and of. So bho to be, to become, plus it was in the rule in the first conjugation to add these two together combine to give us of, because when o is followed by any vowel, it turns into an of. So that became bhav. Now this is in the same word. And this is what we had learned. And again, the purpose of learning this was to form our new verbal base. That is in the same verb. But your question should be, now, what would happen to the vowels if they were not in the same word? What if these vowels are in two separate words? What would happen to A and O then? What would happen to those diphthongs then? And that is what we're going to learn. So when they're in two separate words, A or O followed by any vowel except are changed respectively to I and of. So here we're not talking about the same word. These are two separate words here, okay, in our example sentence. You have A followed by any vowel except so it could be followed by I, u, ri. Okay, in this scenario, it's followed by I. You have kave, ichasi. It is changed respectively to I and of. Okay, so the I remains the same. Okay, that doesn't change. Only the A and the O changes. Okay, now when they were in the same word, notice that both of these were taken away and then it changed to of. That is not the case in here where we're talking about two separate words. We're keeping this E and only the A and the O changes. So this changes into your I. So kave ichasi becomes kavai ichasi, because when you're taking away this A, okay, because it's followed by a vowel except which is I in this scenario, you're taking away the A, that turns into kav with a half va, because you're taking away the vowel. This va is incomplete. Plus I, okay, because that A becomes an I, so kav plus I becomes kavai, and then you're adding this on to ichasi, and that combines to become kavai ichasi. Now, in the next example, we have guru iti becomes gur viti. So an O is followed by any vowel except a. So this is a vowel except a. This is O. And this is iti. So guru is going to turn into gur with the halant. This o is going to turn into an of. And then we're going to end up with gurav. Gur plus of is going to give you gurav. And then the gurav and the iti is going to combine, and you're going to get gurav iti. When you're combining, this I is going to turn into the vowel sign, and you're going to get gurav iti. Now that happens when, remember, A and O only turns into I and of only when it is followed by any vowel except a. Now, what about if it is followed by an a? Well, if it is followed by an a, they remain unchanged. The A and O stays as it is, and the a becomes elided. So here are examples. So munye annam yachami becomes munye nam yachami. This stays the same. Munye stays the same. The A in munye, it remains unchanged. And the a in annam becomes elided. Okay? Munye nam. Munye nam. Munye nam. So munye annam. Munye nam. I like to think about, and this is the elided sign, this S-looking figure. It doesn't really have a pronunciation. I like to remember what it stands for. I like to think about it as an S for silence. A silent letter. And another example, you have Prabho Adhuna becomes Prabodhuna. Prabodhuna. So this O, again, is followed by an a. This a becomes elided, so it's silent. This o remains the same, and you have prabodhuna. Next, so we have options here. So before any vowel except a, I, and of, okay, it could, the a and when an A and O is followed by any vowel except a, remember it turns into I and of. Now you have an option to drop this ya and va in the I and va, in the I and of. So our earlier examples, we had kave ichasi. You could, and it turned into kavichasi. You could completely take away this I. And you could just keep it to kava ichasi. Instead of kava ichasi, you could just keep it as kava. Same thing for here. Instead of gurav iti, you could change it to gura iti, because you're taking away this va. Okay? Back to the earlier example that we went over. So you have the option to take away this va. In the next example, A and O followed by any vowel are changed respectively to I and av. But I and av may optionally drop the ya and the va, just like the earlier examples. So here we have tasmai ishum yachati. The tasmai is going to turn into tasmaya. So tasmaya ishum yachati. Or you could have tasma ishum yachati. Or you could have agno indhanam. The O is going to turn into the agnav indhanam. So you have agnav indhanam. Or you can change it to agna indhanam. So this is the rules for the vowel sandhis for diphthongs combined with any vowel. And this is your Sanskrit instructor signing off with a namaste.